Hey YouTube, this is Jay again. Just wanted to touch base real quick. I was supposed to do a video last night and came back off the range, went and had dinner with the instructors, and just did not have any energy left. Just went to bed, crashed after I cleaned my weapon and got prepped for today. So wanted to touch base real quickly on my first day of the Way of the Pistol, which is day one of fighting pistol. And there was, I think, about 40 some odd people in the class. Don was the primary instructor. Tim and Jerry were there, and they did just a fantastic job, right? It's no nonsense. It is straightforward. They do a great job of backing up what they're saying with explanations as to the why of it. I really thought they did just a fantastic job. Tons and tons of rounds downrange. And honestly, one of the things I found out, and I've said this before, and I know this is truth, but shooting effectively and efficiently from a tactical perspective is a perishable skill, right? If you just want to go out and shoot, you know, your local targets and that kind of stuff, not that big a deal. You can, you know, it's no big deal. But to want to do what I'm attempting to do, it's a perishable skill, so you can't just disregard it for a year and it still be there. As a matter of fact, I kind of slacked off shooting a bit. I went down from shooting once a week to once every other week to maybe once a month, and then I realized, you know, I made a mistake on that particular string, but no big deal, I didn't correct it. So I come to a class here where suddenly everything is under the microscope, right? They're wanting you to be the best you can possibly be, and so they're coming up to me and saying, why are you doing this? You know, you're at the last second, you're looking over your sights, or you're slapping the trigger. And I'm slapping myself thinking, why am I doing this again? These are all things that I fixed years ago, but because I just got freaking lazy, I started doing them again. And so that was kind of an eye-opener for me, is that, you know, while I've said this in the past, and I believe it, and, you know, I've shot guns, good Lord, my entire life. I got my first shotgun when I was in like second grade. The fact of the matter is, and I'm a little bumpy right now, so I'm not sure what you guys are hearing, and I know the camera's probably shaking around a bit, but I just pulled onto the range for the second day of shooting. But the reality is that if you're not gonna practice this stuff, I am a case in point that you will default to the level of skill that you have mastered, right? You will default to the level of the training that you have mastered, not the level of training that you have received. Excuse me. And I'm a perfect case of that, and I'm humble enough to admit it. They did a fantastic job. You got to come here humble, with an open mind, willing to learn, willing to do what they say, and try their methods, listen to the things that they say. If you show up here as the guy that's like, oh, I already know everything, I know this is just, I'm just here so I can show them how much I know, don't. You're just going to be embarrassed. And number two, well, number one, you're just going to make a fool out of yourself. Number two, there's no way you can learn anything. You've just wasted your money. Just stay home and, you know, take that money and go buy some t-shirts that say how great you are. But if you want to learn, if you want to be better, if you want to push your skills, right, you have to be willing to work on the things that you suck at. You're never going to get, well, that's not true. Your margin of improvement, if you're already at 90% mastery and you gain 5%, you're still only at 95%, and your margin of increase is 5%. If you are at 5% of mastery and you increase 5%, yeah, you're only at 10% mastery, but you have doubled your performance. That's why everyone should work on the things that they suck at. If you don't ever shoot offhand, you need to shoot offhand. If you don't ever shoot going from the supine to the standing, you need to do that. And they did a really, really great job on all that stuff. So I know this video turned into a little bit longer than what I wanted, but I did want to let you know that so far having a great time. The instructors are doing a fantastic job, so thumbs up, guys. And I'll get a chance maybe at the end of the day here. Well, I think at the end of this string of fire, I'm going, or at the end of this range session, I'm going to spend some time out here just, you know, cleaning my weapon, getting ready for the next day. And I'll try to take another snapshot video while it's fresh in my mind. But I'll get this guy out to you guys as soon as I can. Thanks a bunch.